What's up guys, Kito Chee here, and this is sort of a tip video or advice video just from my personal experience on how I have lately tried to manage my pocket space. Now, what does this mean? Well, when you're doing a lot of walk around magic, or if you're a close-up magician, one of the things you should be wary about is how much stuff you carry on you for your walk around set, as well as where you're putting everything in your pockets. Because when you're doing certain magic tricks or magic routines, you're obviously going to have to go to a certain pocket to grab said item. Now, certain items, well, they're not going to be, it doesn't have to be at a specific pocket, let's say, say if you're right-handed, most of the time if you're going to be grabbing stuff from your right pocket because that's how it makes the trick work, then well, you have to put it in your right front pocket. But if it's like, if it's not as big of a deal, maybe you put it in like your left pocket or something. But then that said item might get in the way of another trick that has to be in that pocket. So then you end up having to like go into your pockets and kind of fiddle around and things, and it doesn't look professional, So what are some of the things that I have found that do require me to have on my person, but not get in the way of other props that I have in my pockets? Say like with cards or markers, gimmicks, whatever, So I've found my own way to carry extra items on me, just with something that came from me playing airsoft. If you don't know, I have a second channel for gaming and airsoft, which is basically paintball with BB guns. So I always, if you want to check that channel out for more content, you can check the description of this video. I always leave my second channel in the description box of my videos. But this is how I've tackled the problem so far of preserving my pocket space whenever I'm doing a magic show or walk around, so I can keep as many things with me, but at the same time I preserve pocket space and I don't have to kind of cling around in my pockets to search what I'm looking for specifically. So what I have here right now, these are, believe it or not, rifle magazine pouches. Okay, now these are actually it's a multiple kind of weave together. Okay, now first I started off with this one. I'm just going to show you here. This is the first one that I got. Okay, and this is a double stacked M4 rifle magazine, and this helps me. When I first got this was to purposely hold my Pyro wallet, which is by Illusionist and Adam Wilbur. Okay, so I keep this. I have it so I can hold the wallet just like that, and it fits perfectly, especially with how bulky the Pyro wallet is. It's able to fit nice and snug in that pouch. Now I've folded the flap into the pocket so I can just quickly grab it and pull it out and everything, put it back in. But if you're wary, you can always cover that up if you need to. Now this is, I did get a second one eventually because I realized sometimes whenever I perform, I'm almost always having a vest on me. So I'll have, okay, without a vest I have 4 pockets. I have the 2 front pockets and I have the 2 rear pockets. When I start running low on pocket space though, well, to make that easier when I'm doing walk around or just performing, I always have to have a vest, because then I'll have 2 extra pockets on the front of the vest. and depending on the vest, sometimes you'll have an inside pocket. That's where I would usually put my phone in the past, if ever I needed to pull it out or whatever. But now eventually, because I would always carry a spare deck of cards with me just in case whatever happened, if I just wanted to do simple tricks, if I wanted to warm myself up, practice a little bit, I would carry this just in the this extra one. But I also found that I could also fit my phone with this because it was it's an extra, still got quite a bit of room there, right? So that was that. But then, thing about doing magic is you're always trying to learn new stuff, so then eventually you're having to carry more stuff with you, and then it's like, okay, where am I going to put this now without it getting in the way of the other tricks, because then the more tricks you learn, you don't want to have to throw one away sometimes just to do it, so now, because of the way this is designed, it's literally just a little clip thing, I got a double M4 mag pouch. This is literally for M4 AR-15s rifle magazines. So this is literally like meant for just single stacked, right? And by the way, guys, I'll leave links in the description if you want to check these pouches out for yourself on Amazon. But literally, it's for 1 and 2. So one rifle magazine would go here, one would go here. So now, I don't have the extra stuff right now to show you, but what you now can do is, because of the way these straps are designed, you can actually thread these through the little loops here, okay? And then you just gotta clip them in, which I'll do right now. And then, this gives you 4 pocket pouches, little pouches that you can hold basically 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe an extra 5th, just if it's your phone, because sometimes my vest, it doesn't have an inner pocket that I can put my phone in, so I'm forced to just put it with my other magic props, and then sometimes it screws up depending on the stuff that I have in my pockets, it ends up scratching or cracking my phone screen, which obviously that's a bad idea. Sometimes you gotta have your phone on you in case, you gotta do a trick with a phone or whatever, right? But with this, right, I can basically keep everything together like that, alright? And then these in itself have the same little clips or straps, okay? And with that, right, now if I say I have something extra, like a little tin case for Eric Ross's hook, I would put that probably in here. So if I couldn't, if I don't have enough space or whatever, I could still put my phone here, or maybe the next one, I mean, I'm still playing around with this a little bit, but all that being said, now all I have to do is, as long as you're wearing a belt, okay, and it's got the belt loops here, right? What I'm doing right now, and what I have been doing, is all I do is I just thread these straps through underneath the belt, and I will clip them. So essentially I'm just clipping these onto my belt, and the 2 middle ones are kind of sandwiching this belt loop here. And what that does is it helps it keep it secure, so if I'm moving around, the thing doesn't just move back and forth like sideways. So I'll clip these in, and as long as you have enough time to like prepare this, it's not a big deal. Just gotta clip that. And there's 4 to be exact, just to kind of add extra security. And hold on, that's not there. There we go. So once all of them are clipped in, you're basically having essentially 4 extra pocket spaces on your side, okay? Think of this very much how a policeman or security guard or what have you just has everything on holster, Say it has a gun, taser, whatever thing. I took that from playing airsoft because you always have similar stuff. You have a bunch of pouches to carry your magazines, your whatever stuff, And I took that, kind of adapted it to my necessity of having to do walk around. So now I can essentially have 4 pouches to put extra stuff in. So I still now have my 2 front pockets, my rear pockets, and then maybe my vest pockets. So that's already an extra. That's 6 pockets, and now with an extra an extra 10. Okay, so, and because it's right on the side here, it's just right in the perfect space where, you know, if I'm grabbing something from my rear pocket, I could still grab it if I need to from here. It doesn't really get in the way too much. And then same thing if I'm grabbing something here in the front pocket, you know. So you know, and then because it's sandwiched right at the belt loop, or just clipped through the belt, it'll stay pretty secure, you know. So yeah, this is, I mean, you might think as a magician this looks kind of weird or stupid, but think about it, you know. If you're a worker or a walk-around magician, you're expected to carry like, you know, have this kind of stuff on you, because, well, if you tell them you're a magician, you're basically going to have a bunch of weird stuff going on. And also, because of this design, I can actually carry some ropes, you know, because I'll do like a rope trick, you know, Richard Sanders fiber optics. So I'll essentially just tie the 3 ropes together. I'll kind of wrap them around this, just like kind of like a, you know, how like those whip holsters, right? So I'll just carry it like this, and it doesn't really get in the way. Still, it might hang a little bit, but that's fine. You know, you tell them you're a magician, and then they'll understand, right? So once you have that, then, you know, people can ask about what's the rope for, right? And you can show them the rope trick right after, and then they might ask about the other stuff you have in your pocket here, right? But either way, you can just say, hey, I can show you with something with this, right? If they ask about it, right? And also, you know, I can still pull out my wallet, the Pyro wallet, whenever I want to hand out my business cards. If I need to check something on my phone really quick, if I'm going to do a trick with my phone, I can pull it out, and vice versa. Whatever can basically fit in a pocket will fit into this, you know. So again, guys, this is just how I have managed my pocket space issues and what's worked for me. I'm an airsoft player, and this is what is kind of carried over, and I've adapted to my own benefits. Now, if you have your own style of doing this, by all means, I hope it's working for you. But if you're having trouble with pocket space, you know, try this idea. You know, as long as you're wearing some sort of shorts or pants that can hold a belt, right, and has a belt loop, this is I find was working best for me. So if you have any questions about this whole setup, you know, shoot me a comment in the comment section below. And you know, like, subscribe if you want to see more stuff. If you want me to do more kind of tip videos about how to do like magic setups like this, you know, or on how to do your set up your gear and everything, by all means, let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you guys in my future ones, and peace out, guys.